G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be bringing you a squad builder on SBC Cavani. And SBC Cavani is an absolute tank. If you have him, you know how much of a beast he is. Now this team is in the 4-1-2-1-2 second variation. It's my favourite formation in the game. I just love it so much. Definitely recommend using it. We're just going to get straight into it now with Hugo Lloris in goal. He's the best goalkeeper in the game in my opinion. I've used him so much now, 45 games. He's super reliable. I definitely recommend picking him up for any team that you have, BPL, French, or even this team. He's just a tank. Better than Jack Putland in my opinion. Now moving on to the right back, we have Hector Bellerin. He's my favourite right back on the game, and it's not just because of his defensive abilities, because he has really good defensive abilities because of his pace. He just catch up to defenders if he gets out muscled and just catch up to them with ease. Slide tackle, he's so good. The reason I love him even more though is because of the runs I can make with him. He's a tank, 3-star skill moves allows me to roulette with him. That does the defenders. His dribbling and agility is just really well, even though his dribbling is only 77. He's just a tank, he can get upfield. The only problem with him is the 51 shooting. I can't really finish with him. As you can see, I've only got one goal with him. But he's a tank, definitely recommend picking him up. Now into the centre back positions, we have Laurent Koscielny. He is an absolute tank. My second favourite defender on this game. My first favourite defender is the next centre back we have. But for Laurent Koscielny, 78 pace, 85 defending, 78 physical, 6'1", medium high work rates. That's pretty much perfect really. He's just an absolute tank. He can catch up to defenders, he can tackle perfectly, he can out-muscle defenders. He's just an absolute tank. Definitely reliable. For under 20k now, he might be a little bit over, he might be even lower than 19k now because of foot birthday. I'm not too sure though. Don't quote me. Just get Laurent Koscielny in your team. He's a tank. He will save you so many times. Now, my favourite centre-back on the game is everyone's favourite centre-back on the game. It is Christopher Smalling. He's an absolute tank. 6'4". He'll win all the headers. Medium high work rates. He'll always be there for you. With 77 pace, 84 defending, and 84 physical. He's an absolute tank. Super duper reliable. We all know how good he is, so that's enough for me talking about him. But now, moving on to Luke Shaw. Chris Smalling's perfect link. He's an absolute tank. For under 2k, he's the best left back on the game. You can see I played 44 games with him. He's an absolute tank. 82 pace, 79 defending, 79 physical, 6'1", so he can win the headers. He's got high medium work rates, which aren't the best, but keep him on, stay back while attacking. He'll always be back there for you. The only flaw I can really say about Luke Shaw is he doesn't have 3-star skill moves, so he can't really roulette, which really sucks for me because I love the roulette. Now moving on to the midfield, we have N'Golo Kante at CDM. For probably under 10k now, he's an absolute tank. The most overpowered centre mid, or CDM, on the game. Honestly, 3-star, 3-star, medium high work rates. 5'7" is the only flaw I reckon he has. He's just a tank. The only problem is because of his height, he can't win the headers. But otherwise, he's an absolute tank. Very well rounded. His shooting's not the best either, 66. But he's more of a defensive midfielder for me. As you can see, he scored 3 goals. But he's an absolute tank. We all know how good he is. So moving on now to Corentin Tolisso. Sorry, I probably butchered his first name, but hey, I'm not French. Don't quote me. I'm Australian. I bought him for 88k. He's probably even cheaper now because everyone's flooded the informs onto the market because of foot birthday. But hey, he's an absolute tank. The only stats he's off of Club 80 is his pace, which he misses off by 3. But you don't really need 80 pace for a centre mid. 77 is more than enough. 5'11", that's decent enough to win headers. High work rates, as you can see, he's a box-to-box midfielder for me. 3-star, 3-star. He's very good. Definitely recommend picking him up. Now, our last centre mid is Blaise Matuidi. He is an absolute tank. 5'9" is probably his only flaw with shooting, just like N'Golo Kante. Very similar in stats. He's high. He's also another box-to-box midfielder. 2+2-star this time from Matuidi, which isn't very good, but hey, it's alright. He makes up for it with his defensive abilities. As you can see, 83 defending and 84 physical. He's an absolute tank. This whole midfield is a tank. Now moving on to our front three, which consists of at Cam, Hatem Ben Arfa. He is my favourite Cam in the game. He's an absolute tank. 27 goals, 14 assists. He's a tank. 82 pace, 82 shooting, 88 dribbling, 79 passing, all good stats, 74 physical even, so he's not the weakest player. High-low work rates, perfect for a Cam, pretty much, and 4-star weak foot, 5-star skills. He's an absolute tank. Definitely recommend picking him up. Now moving on to our first striker, it is Alexander Lacazette. He is an absolute tank. 25 goals and 22 assists for me. High height, not the best. He's still got the high attack and work rate, so still not the worst. Right-footed, 3-star weak foot, not the best. 4-star skill mode is very good. 86 pace, amazing. 84 dribbling, decent. 82 shooting, clinical. 75 passing, alright. But I don't really tramp, so it doesn't really bother me. 76 physical also is very, very good. Now moving on to the marquee player of the team. It is Edinson Cavani. He is probably my favourite player in this team. Now you look at him and you go, favourite player, 78 pace. You see this for a striker, he's pretty slow. He's an absolute tank, as you can see. 41 games, 31 goals, 15 assists, contributing every game he plays. Very, very good. 6 foot tall, so he can win the headers. He bangs headers, trust me. And 3-star weak foot, 3-star skills, right footed, very good. 86 shooting is just amazing. He can bang them from anywhere. 81 dribbling is not the best, but trust me, in game his dribbling is actually insane. And 81 physical, he can tank players off the ball. He is just a beast. Now this team cost me about 250k because the team besides Cavani is about 210k. Cavani costed me about 30 to 40k. He's very, very good, so I definitely recommend picking up this team. And thank you guys very much for watching. If you did enjoy, please smash the thumbs up, and if you are new around here, please subscribe. Anyway guys, I'm out. Peace.